I sure did. Totally messed up on the whole time thing.
Dave Cohen we make fun of now.
That's right.
No, you can't push it off, Brett.
Except for the fact that we called it pulling a Britney. That kind of undermines that a little bit.
So good.
But, yep, so for all the viewers, sorry we're getting a late start, some time mix-ups and everything else. But we are here and we are getting ready to start. And who was going to do our recap this week?
I don't think anybody officially took it, but does anybody want it now?
No.
All right. Then I'll go ahead and do the recap, and nobody gets a bonus 20 this week. So last week you guys had made your way further into the Temple of Sidon, where the Dryad Demetria supposedly resides, with the Horn of Balmitria, which you guys are trying to recover. As soon as you got in to the main glade underneath this temple, you found a tree stump that had been burned at some time in the past, and it was covered in clover and had this jar of ashes laid atop it, which when you opened it smelled like roses. Further on inside this glade, you found some satyr and several dryads, and learned from them that the tree stump once belonged to the sister of Demetria and Versi, and that Estor Arklander, one of the ancient Dragonlords, had cut down the stump and torched it and killed her, which brought Demetria over to Sidon's side. She went to Sidon and Lutheria in anger over this, and they gave her power and put her over this temple, and she's been trying to spread their influence over the Old Wood since that time. And apparently one of the things she does, as you have discovered, is to kidnap youngsters from nearby villages, and you have encountered several of those who were being drugged on mushrooms and kind of worshiping her as a goddess. Also, Telemachus has picked up an admirer along the way. A satyr, I believe his name was Lotharius. I would have to go back through and look at my notes, but I believe that's correct. That's close anyway. You made your way further into the chambers looking for Demetria, and came across a room where you found two naiads nursing their goatling children with wine. You were able to kill the naiads and then went to kill the goatling children, but when that happened, they became aggressive and attacked you all, and in the ensuing battle, Baxon was slain. But no sooner had he fallen than the flames of this brazier turned green, and this billowing green smoke filled the room, and out of this smoke arose the horrid figure of a night hag with wicked black claws dripping with venom, and her horrid visage and fangs, and she reached down and touched him, and when she did, the life just flowed back into his body and he revived, and she stepped back into the fire and was hidden by the smoke, and when it all cleared, she was gone again. And you guys made camp for the afternoon, kind of barred the door, and decided to get your rest for the evening, and or at least a short rest, I believe is what you took. You took a short rest there in the room to kind of recover yourselves before moving on into the rest of the temple grounds. And that is where we left off. You guys had been discussing some of the secrets and rumors that had surrounded yourselves. So where would you like to go from there? What do you want to do? I believe I did. Let me do it again. Just make sure that I've done your short rest. So what do you want to do?
I'd want to look around and kind of get a sense for whether or not there's a lot of. I would imagine there's a lot of traffic here. Maybe these quarters get left alone since they're made for newborns, and I'm not sure how much noise. Would I get a sense for how much noise we made? I'm trying to see if it would be better if we took a long rest.
Yeah. If there's any way I could help him with that kind of process of figuring that out, I'm down with that. Yeah.
So you really can't tell how much traffic this area gets. It appears to be well used. There's no dust on the floors or anything like that. There's no moss and grime growing on the walls or anything. It looks like an inhabited area. So you get the idea that it sees a lot of use and probably not a safe place to spend a significant amount of time.
Okay. So do we press on then, or?
Yes, I would imagine our only recourse is to press forward, unless we feel like we could egress and come back down here. But I would fear that maybe we would cause great alarm here and make our job harder.
Yeah, I could see the goatlings coming back in greater numbers. If we were to fall back.
Paxton?
I think we have to think of the children out there. And we cannot stop now. We have to make sure the rest are safe. If there are more.
All right.
I think that's fair.
Onward then.
All right. So you exit back into the hallway. There is another door on your right and one at the far end of the hall. You can also see that the hall splits off, tees off, and goes to the right as well.
Shall we investigate this room?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Is
Okay.
there a map I should be seeing that I'm not?
Mm-hmm.
I'll reshare it.
Oh, thank
so
you.
you don't have to go to the trouble of finding it.
Appreciated it. Okay.
I'll wait for everyone to get out into the hallway.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm keeping an eye backwards just to make sure there's nothing coming from behind us.
Yep. The hole is clear in both directions.
Cool. I give Baxton a nod.
I listen at the door.
Give me a perception check.
All right.
Absolute
hard.
silence coming from within.
I believe it is empty.
And to answer your question, Brett, yes, if you want to roll real dice, feel free.
Yay! Okay. Which ones to pick? I have like 5 sets, and I've never used any of them in real life. So this is pretty exciting. Think
You
I'm
have
gonna
to
use-
learn math now.
Oh God, very excited about this. I'm gonna
Alright.
use my circus dice.
All right. I reach out and open the door.
All right. So this round chamber looks to be warm and comfortable sleeping chamber with feathered pillows and animal skins. 4 young men and women sleep upon the skins.
Are currently asleep.
Yep.
And then I say, I thought we could have slept here. I'm pretty tired. Whisper to Baxton.
Are they like human
Yep.
people?
More
Okay.
children. Yep.
More kids. Do they look like they're high on mushrooms also?
They're sleeping, so no possible way to tell
Oh.
without waking them.
Or maybe they're very high on those mushrooms.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering. Is it like that they're not? It's not that they're quite asleep. They're just really still.
Do they have smiles on their faces?
Yeah.
Big creepy grins. They each get their own bed too. And the
Shall we leave them undisturbed and pick them up on the way back?
I would imagine so. Yeah.
So I'll close the door gently.
All right.
Start proceeding down the hallway. Oh, locked.
Although they may have some useful information. Kind of look back at Effie and wonder what she feels about that.
They could have some useful information. I mean, at the very least, they might be able to tell us how to get to Demetria more directly, or to the other kids. What do you think, Baxton?
I think we should let them be.
Yeah.
They may need to rest before we take them out of here.
Eleutheria will chime in and say, what if these aren't as drugged as the other ones? They might be able to tell us more.
Oh, that's a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's worth trying to talk to them.
All right. So I'll open the door back up.
Okay.
Housekeeping.
Wakey, wakey.
All right. Some tact now. You wanted to be super polite about letting them sleep.
So
This is the one who's been trying to give every child we pass booze.
I would take care of them while they're drunk. It's
no.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole again.
Yeah, they come. They regain consciousness. They wake up and look kind of confused. And say, who are you?
I'm gonna kind of linger back by the door here. Sorry.
Are you here to worship the Lady Demetria as well?
My name is Iffy. We're here to save you.
Save us?
Yeah.
From what?
The lady that turns things into goats?
She doesn't actually do that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was a goof. The lady who tells really unkind falsehoods to make people think that their child might have been turned into a goat. So you worship Lutheria then?
Demetria.
Demetria. Yeah, I was joshing. So do we. Do you happen to know where we could find Demetria so that we might be able to worship her as well?
She's probably in the Grand Hall.
Okay. And just, obviously we all know where the Grand Hall is, but just for my hoof buddy who hasn't been here before, where would we go about finding the Grand Hall?
Give me a deception check.
With advantage because I'm doing so good, right?
Just a deception check.
Okay. That's going to be okay. I've got my jack of all trades. That is going to be a 3.
Well, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. Oh well. Just do it.
My first roll of my real dice was kind of a letdown. Not gonna lie, guys.
He says,
And
you
you
don't
don't-
look
and you-
like worshippers of Demetria.
Sure we are.
Then I chime in. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I would chime in and I'd be like, well, I never said I was. I don't know about her. We're just, visiting. Like, worshippers is kind of a very, I mean, that's a very formal term. We're more curious,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard me say worshiper, and you assumed I meant worshiper. I get it. This is more of a like a scholarly thing. We're
Right.
just here to learn.
Yeah. All the children have kind of now lined up behind this one girl that's standing in the front. Looks like they kind of look to her as their unofficial leader, and she says, I don't think you're supposed to be here at all.
Well, then we will just go. Because you
I mean-
really. Yeah, what do we do, Telemachus?
Well, what Dimitri always says. I mean, is anyone supposed to be anywhere, really? I mean, that's what her whole teaching's all about, right? I mean, free will, love, and all that, right?
Give me a deception check.
With
Give
disadvantage?
these children Telemachus booze.
I already gave it away.
Oh no, I've got a bottle of fine wine.
I
can
know.
give
It's
it to
now
you.
it's your turn. Deception. Oh God.
Oh,
Alright,
that's not bad at all.
it's the best I can do. Oh, it's 15.
Yeah. So she still looks very skeptical of you. And she says, perhaps we should ask one of the matrons.
Of course, that's something you could do. But before then, how about we all enjoy some of this really good wine that we brought to share with the servants of Demetria. And I pull out my cask of fine wine that we got from that one guy.
She is kind of now set in her way. She's not. Telemachus kind of convinced her that maybe you're on the up and up, but she's still a bit suspicious. You can tell, and she wants to go, and she says, we need to go and talk to the matrons. If you're supposed to be here, they'll know.
Okay, so I just to clarify. Oh, hello.
Hey, Kat.
Hi.
Welcome to the game.
We didn't
Thank
have
you.
our face, and we really messed up this social encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no,
so-
what'd you do?
Yeah, so you
We might have to kill
they
some
left
kids.
the room where you guys left off last week with the naiads, and they've come and they found the very next room had some sleeping teenagers in it who they have woken up and are now attempting to question.
Wait, what's going on?
We're questioning teenagers who apparently worship Demetria, even though we assumed that they were here against their will. They're acting very much like they're here
Oh, the
of their
high
own
teens.
volition. Nope, these are not high teens. These are teens that were sleeping on the floor. The Baxons so rudely decided to try and wake up.
I don't
Yeah.
believe that's how it went down.
Telemacay and I were like, "Hey, we need to walk softly and carry a big stick." Baxton was like, "No, they might have
No.
information that we need."
I know, he's very keen on this information. You
I
know,
don't
Baxon.
believe that's how it went down.
That's 100% how it went
This
down.
is why you don't want me to do recaps. And let's learn about how Telemacay slayed all the dragons.
Dear God.
No, sorry. Yeah, just to clarify, yeah, we decided to wake up children because we assume they're all on our sides because children are innocent. But these guys seem very much either some Stockholm syndrome or something going on.
And now they want to go talk to the matrons.
Matrons.
Are the maintenance we just killed.
My
And I wanted to
fancy
clarify-
grounds is work for some reason. Oh, there it is. I hope it didn't close right as I. No, please. Why are you doing this now? I'm so sad. There it is. Okay.
What manner of I forget, Dave. She's not a dryad. Dimitri's not a dryad, is she?
Demetria
She's
is a dryad.
Oh, she's a dryad. Okay,
Yes.
just like the one we met before, but more like in charge, sort of deal, like a higher tier thing. I thought she was a little bit different.
Yes.
What I know, like those matrons, was it pretty obvious that the matrons they were talking about were the Mayan or man, I'm so bad with the names.
Maenads, yes.
Maenads.
That's what you get the idea.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Maybe I could go get the boy, and he could come back and explain to these others.
Yeah.
Can I look at these children and see if they're under any charm effects or anything like that?
Sure. You can give me an insight check.
Okay. Oh, it's been a while since I've used Fantasy Grounds. Insight check. And oof, 9.
Doesn't look like they're under any type of influence.
Hmm.
Do you guys know Lorius? The satyr? I think his name is Lorius, right?
Yeah.
The one that's in love with.
There are several satyrs and dryads.
Yeah, Lorius. You know, you guys know Lorius, right?
Not personally.
Oh, well, I mean, how could you be here, like, worshiping Demetria without even getting to know the satyrs, the coolest satyr around?
If he
They
coughs.
don't. The other dryads don't worship Demetria.
I know they don't, but they hang out around here, and they seem really cool.
The matrons will know what to do. And she kind of...
I guarantee you they won't.
she starts, working her way around, trying to keep away from all of you guys as much as possible and trying to work her way toward the door.
I step towards the door.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh.
All right. Well, we tried to do it my way. Baxon,
Would you like me to go get the boy? And maybe he could explain it to them.
Yeah. We don't want to tell him about the accident.
Yeah.
What accident?
Oh. Okay, go get the boy.
Okay.
If he starts going through her notes, what accident are you talking about? Tell him, McKay, is it when
All
we
right. Hold on. Bax, stop right there.
Okay.
Because as soon as you attempt to leave the room, the roots along the base of the wall come to life and strike out at you.
Of
Look at
course they
things.
do.
Oh,
Because I know you guys just love the roots.
I'm a druid. I'm supposed to love roots, and you're making me hate them right now.
it's just
I
the
mean-
one from Jimmy Fallon or
This
whatever.
is why
Yeah.
this
It's
is
a
why
band from Jimmy Fallon.
I mean, I'm gonna open Spotify and listen to them right now, just because.
Because that's funny.
This is why I'm Demetria Curious and not follower, a worshiper. She's making me hate roots right now. Oh no.
So you are lightly damaged, but definitely grappled by one of these roots backs.
Okay.
Tell him, McKay.
I would be like, whoa, man, look at all these, what are these roots doing? I wonder if the matrons are okay. And
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
we want these
We're gonna-
roots to get the matrons and their infant children.
we're gonna have to save everybody from these roots. And I'm gonna cast produce flame at the root nearest me.
All right.
And that's with disadvantage. Oops. I dropped that on the ground. All right.
That's a hit.
And I look back and I'm like, it's working. And then I'll end my turn.
All right, I'm going to attack this root that's closest to me with my short sword. I don't know why it's doing advantage or disadvantage there. Two dice.
Targeting. Yeah, you're targeting yourself.
Brittany. Okay, that
Add it
should.
again.
Gave up on those real dice, huh?
Well, I was like, okay, I'm gonna roll a real dice.
What's disturbing about that is you rolled a 12 and still hit yourself.
Yeah, I'm pretty squishy. So the root, it looks like it was an 18 and should have hit.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll do damage just through fantasy grounds so that.
All right.
And my stuff's freezing up. There we go. Okay. Whew.
Yeah.
So 9 damage to that root.
Okay.
And then that will be my turn. Baxen.
That's the one grappling Baxen, correct?
Yeah, route number 2, I believe. No, route number 1 is grappling backs.
Okay. I want to throw my hand axe at it.
All right. Your hand axe thunks into the wall right beside, where the root is coming out.
And that'll be my turn.
Right. It will continue to squeeze you. Eleftheria.
Right. Are they both of these roots grappling backs or?
So far, just number 2 has him grappled. The other one has not managed to hit him yet.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and
You mean number 1?
Eldritch Blast it.
Yeah, number 1 has not.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and try to cast Eldritch Blast at disadvantage because he's in my melee range. 14 hits,
Yep.
and I will roll Eldritch Blast damage. All right, and that is 8 points of Eldritch Blast damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have anything you can do as a bonus action. I will. Boop. Oh, did I not boop it? Oh, boop.
And this one will swing at now that Eleutheria has got its attention.
Wish it didn't.
It will try to attack you. Oh. So, misses. Oh, that was supposed to be this one anyway. Okay, well, whatever. Helen McKay.
I'm going to take out my claws or cast Primal Savagery on this one.
Okay,
Hit it.
that is a hit. And it is
And rip it.
completely rended in two by your acidic claws.
Be like, what kind of host treats guests like this?
Iffy.
So am I not grappled anymore?
No, the one he killed had not grappled you.
Oh, I thought that was the one that did.
Nope.
Yeah, no, it's when I attack.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna shoot an arrow at this root over here.
Okay.
3.
Your arrow embeds itself in the handle of Bax's axe.
Hoof buddies, and then that's my turn.
Bax?
All right. I'm going to throw my other hand axe.
Okay. Yep. So as soon as it hits, it just kind of chops the root half in two, and you feel it for just a second tighten its grip on you before just becoming a limp, dead root.
Okay. Can I retrieve the 2 hand axes?
Yes, you can.
All right.
Can I get my arrow back?
Sure.
Out of the hand axe.
Yes.
She totally meant to do that.
That's
This is
there
not
I
a toy.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Next time it'll fly better.
Yeah.
I do like the feather idea on the end of it, though.
It does add a certain, je ne sais quoi to it.
Yep, the children have now completely backed away from you.
Is it out of fear of us or fear of the roots, or?
Looks like a little bit of both.
Children, you must stay in here to stay safe. It is dangerous out there right now.
Who are you? Where did you come from? And they start yelling, "Intruders! Intruders!"
Oh,
Fuck.
hold on.
Knock these
Have
guys.
you-
Danger, danger!
Have you ever heard of the prophecy? Hold on. Have you ever heard of the prophecy?
Heroes of prophecy.
Here's
If
the
he starts
prophecy.
reading them from the book about the heroes of prophecy,
Yes,
in
a
hopes that
bedtime
it will put
story.
them to sleep.
If you're the heroes, what are you doing here?
Fulfilling our
The
destiny.
prophecy. Yeah. Prophecy
must-
stuff.
You must drink from the horn of Balmitria, Which
yes, we were just we
it's
were
a
told.
pilgrimage.
Yes, we were told your master had it, and we were just coming to see if we could retrieve it from her for just this one moment. And I'm gonna try to use my I
More
have a
drink for
feat
that.
for that.
Yes.
My enthralling voice
Okay.
to have like advantage on the persuasion check
All right. Go
to make
ahead
sure
and
that
make
they-
your persuasion check.
so that they don't freaking narc. Oh,
Otherwise-
I had advantage one. I forgot to do the thing.
Yep, go ahead and just roll another one.
Persuasion. There it is. That's better. 18.
Yep. So they kind of calmed down, and the one that's been kind of the spokesperson, she says, why didn't you just tell us that to begin with?
I can't really tell you. I was somewhere else.
We just thought that you would believe that we were visitors, from the get-go. I mean, we didn't think we had to prove anything, but sorry. Apologies. Next time we'll make it known.
Mm-hmm.
They just continue to watch you very warily.
Shall we go find the horn?
Yes, to the horn.
Mhm.
And then I will touch my hand on my forehead and say, make sure you pay the matrons our respects.
Mhm. We've never met them, but
All right, kind of shoving them out the door. Bax is still grappled.
Oh, yep, need to undo that.
And then when Bax leaves, I'll shut the door gently.
All right. All right.
That went smoothly.
All right.
yeah,
Shall we just go forward then?
and maybe just never speak of anything that's happened in about the last 3 hours to anyone ever.
Now
yeah.
who's offering wine to children?
Yeah, well, we're not.
I immediately break the rule. Immediately break that rule.
Oh no. If he just keeps walking forward.
Me
Or
too.
then.
Yep. So the hall turns and goes to the right, and there's also a door immediately in front of you. Looks like the others that you have already seen.
Can we listen at the door and see if we hear anything in there?
Sure.
Okay.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception. 17.
You hear chittering that you have come to associate with goat folk, and flames, and the banging of pots and pans and stuff.
I think this is some kind of a kitchen for the goat folk or that they work in. We can probably keep going, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep. Let's.
Unless they are going to danger the children, then
I don't think they will. They seem pretty
The
king
children
of the Kool-Aid of sorts. I think that won't bother them.
Kool-Aid.
Baxon, Iffy,
Yeah.
and Eleutheria can also give me a perception check.
Ready? Let's get perception. Yay! 7.
So Bax, you and Eleutheria are kind of discussing about this door and whether you should go into this possible kitchen or continue on. Eleutheria, you just happen to look back and see the girl that you were talking to dash out of the room they were in and down to the Naiad's room, and then suddenly there is an ear-piercing scream.
What?
That's not good.
We should have.
What happened? What happened?
It
Dave
sounds
cut
like
out.
The girl from the room that you guys were in, where you left all the kids, just dashed out of that room and down to the Naiads' room, where, of course, the Naiads and all the little goat children are dead.
Baxton, could you bar that door?
It sounds like they paid the matron their respects.
Can someone bar that door, please? And I kind of
Which-
gesture to the door that
which
she just went
one?
into.
Oh, the one she went into?
Yes.
Lock her in a room with these dead women and their children.
It's Baxton starting to do that.
I need somebody to lock the damn door or she's gonna squeal.
Give me your water skin.
I hand him my water skin.
All right, I run down to the door, and I splash the door with the water skin, and freeze the water with shape water.
Okay.
Okay.
I love your uses of shape water so much.
Same.
Okay, the door now has a thin coating of ice on it.
Thin. We should have used the blood of the goatlings. It would have been
Because
much
it's thicker. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
go to jail.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
And then I kind of like okay, I'm gonna try and describe this, but I put my hands like the palms facing the sides of my head, but like a little bit over my shoulders, and I lift my hands straight up, like up and down, like pump them up and down, like I've got nothing.
Okay, give me a performance check, and the rest of you give me an insight check to interpret his wild dancing.
14 for performance.
I understand nothing.
This man has lost his mind.
You guys suck.
He's sitting there acting like a monkey, and about halfway through this, with you doing this, Hercus begins to imitate you. The squirrel is doing the same thing.
Clearly, he's got this entirely under control. Shall we? And then just keeps walking forward.
Yes, I think it should be under control. Yes.
Yes.
I think we need to go in this door.
So then I start to panic as they start leaving me. And I'm like looking through my bag, and then I just
Yep. As Eleutheria rounds the corner, you see Hercus perk out from behind her hair and wave at you like waving goodbye.
I shake my fist at him, and then like try and see if my quarterstaff will shove under the door to see if that'll like
Jam it?
Jam
It's
it?
too big to fit under the
I thought so.
under the door.
If he is
Yes.
noting in the Pars Memorias, our druid appears to have taken on dancing as one of his newest talents. I'm going to be honest, it's not working, but at the same time, it's not the time.
I think he mad more than that.
Okay, so then I'm gonna take the quarterstaff and turn it sideways and see if I can bar the door with it, maybe wedge it somehow. I don't know. I'm just trying
Yeah.
things.
You wedge the quarterstaff into the door frame, and then the girl pours the door open inward, sees you standing there, and screams and slams the door.
Okay.
This is out of character. Brittany is saying to Talist, I think you're going to have to murder this child.
I am.
You know it's too
No.
much.
I,
You know it's too much.
you know what I wanted to do was take the quarterstaff and like pump it straight out like I'm dancing and like kick my legs up like hello my darling, hello.
That scene from
Like the
Spaceballs.
frog.
Yes, the Warner Brothers
But,
frog.
she shut the door too quickly, but I seem to make a really fine doorstop. Like it's not, I did a good job.
You have found your purpose in life.
You're our doorstop.
So, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm standing at the door up here, and I'm like, Iffy, if this is a kitchen, they might have kids in here preparing them as a meal.
That's a good call.
We should go
Perhaps.
this way.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Could we try and do it sneakily so that we can like get the jump on them?
Yes. And I open the door.
Yep, so this chamber is filled with the smell of roasting meat. It's a kitchen of sorts with stone and wooden tables for preparing food. A large bronze oven dominates the north wall, blasting the room with heat.
And as I open the door, I say, "You weren't ready," and I step in.
Oh,
Yep, you see several carcasses laid out on the tables, just meat that they've been carving up and preparing to roast, putting it on a spit. And the cooks are 2 goatlings.
Is it like human meat or like animal meat?
Investigation check.
Okay. 13.
Looks like maybe venison or something.
So it is a red meat?
Mhm.
Can you tell it? Okay.
Is the meat marbled?
I mean, humans.
If it's the other white meat, then we might have a problem, right?
I mean, according to cannibals, apparently human tastes like pork. So.
Yeah, I think it's also mostly white. Yeah. I don't know, actually.
I don't know. Venison's pretty red. I think we're fine. Oh, are we in combat?
Oh, yes, we are.
Well,
no,
you're
not in combat.
He took the tokens off the board, so it locked the tokens again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at this point, I realize that the quarterstaff just isn't working, right? And I'm gonna just keep it and trudge down towards the rest.
These
of the people.
goatlings look like they're doing the best jazz hands ever, like a showman's performance.
These aren't spirit fingers.
I swear I
shiver
wasn't
back and
pretending to be.
forth and speak in goatling as they just go on preparing the meal. They kind of look up at you for a second and then go back to chopping and sawing and.
Oh.
Shall we shut the door?
We don't see any like kids like in the corners or anything like that.
No.
Mm.
There is also a door off of the kitchen heading to the right as well.
Do you think I made my way up there at this point?
Yeah, sure.
Should we
And then you hear, as you make your way up to that door, you hear a creak from behind you as the door you're in front of opens, and the girl bursts out into the hallway, screaming unintelligibly, all the way up to the room where the other kids are, and darts in the room, and the door slams.
Well, I've never said this before, but I think these children know too much.
What are we gonna do?
I'm gonna walk in the.
Hold on, my audio's having issues. Hold on.
I'm gonna turn around and be like, "Wait,
I don't see anyone in danger if we want to proceed."
Why didn't you guys help me with the door?
What are you talking about?
Completely under control.
Yes.
That's not what this means.
I wrote it down in my notes that that's exactly what that means. When Telemachus begins dancing really erratically with his hands, everything is fine.
It's time to change that.
Well, either way, I think these children know too much. Should we get rid of them?
Oh my god.
No.
I have issues with indiscriminately murdering like mortal.
Well, they're going to talk.
Maybe
aren't you afraid of what they'll do? They don't seem charmed or anything. They seem fully on board with this.
I keep looking back at Eleutheria and then keep smiling at the goatlings, like making sure that if they're looking at us, we're just
As
observing.
Full-blown conversation right there while I'm cooking.
And then I get really nervous, and then I just walk in to the kitchen. and I reach over and I walk in like I belong there, and I'm like, Dimitri requires a meal now. I hope you have something prepared.
What?
One of the little goatlings, they chitter back and forth for just a second. You can't understand what in the world they're saying.
Huh.
And one of them pulls a half-cooked spit of this meat out of the oven and puts it on a platter and hands it to you.
Oh.
And I look at it and I say, "You call this done? This is still breathing." And I just do my best Gordon Ramsay impression, and I toss it down on the counter, and I say, "Do better."
It's raw.
And the goatling looks at you and kind of cocks its head and takes a bite out of the still half raw piece of meat, and then puts it back down and chitters at you. And give me an insight check.
Okay. I have a feeling he's telling me it's perfectly fine, and he would eat it. All right.
Oh man,
Insight check.
it's so weird.
Roll good. Yes.
Yep.
Even good.
So you get the impression that he is telling you it's perfectly fine and that it's ready to go.
Okay.
This is so weird. As a vegetarian, even as a new convert, like the idea of raw meat is just so gross to me. It's so weird.
So then I pick up the platter and I give it a smell. Does it smell like it's been like seasoned at all or anything like that?
No, just roasted. And Kat, as a carnivore, I can tell you that I wouldn't want to eat raw red meat either.
What? Carpaccio is delicious.
Yeah, no, tartar's a thing. Tartar's a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then I look around. Do I see any like herbs or spices or any salt or anything like that?
No, it looks like the seasoning in this kitchen is very lacking.
Okay.
You don't get the feeling that you're dealing with the top of the line Michelin star chefs here.
Okay. So so I kind of well, okay. So can I tell if the other door looks like a service door or not? Like are they is it easy to tell that this door would be the door the servants would go out with the food, or would I come out in the main area?
No idea.
Into the unknown. Into the unknown.
Into the unknown. Yeah, that's right. I've seen Frozen too.
It's 4 in the morning.
All right. Shoot. Okay. I'm going to. Is there a? Forget it. I kind of want to. I'll just go out the same door I came in.
Okay.
And walk around confidently. Or no, if Baxton's making his move into here, then I'll just confidently walk the other way and open this door.
Okay.
I'm following you.
Yep. You see a long L-shaped hallway, and there is a door on your left.
Okay, so I hand the platter to Baxton when he gets out of the door really quick, and try and motion him to come over here in this next to me against the wall. So the door is kind of blocking the vision, and I have him hold the platter.
Okay.
So the one who has hooves has to hold the platter.
Cool. Exactly. And then I take out of my pack some purple and pink mushrooms, and I kind of reach at Baxton's belt because both of his hands are occupied, and I gently reach at his belt for one of his those wood cutting axes, right?
Yeah.
And I start chopping the mushrooms over the meat.
Okay.
Very,
Yep. You slice
as small as I can.
All over the meat.
And I make sure that I sop up some meat juice with some mushrooms and soak some mushroom juice into the meat and make it look like it's part of the dish. And And then Iphigenia looks like a satyr.
I am one.
Yeah.
She...
I know. But you look the most like a satyr. That's the important
Because I
part.
am one.
I know. I understand. But that is the key to you looking the most like one. And I grab the platter and I hand it to her. And I point. And does this store look any different than any others?
No, it does not.
It's the first one we came to, so you're definitely trying that one. So I just I just hand her the platter and go this store.
Iffy looks at the platter and then looks at Baxon with great hurt in her eyes that this is continued.
And
Like only the hooves.
Well, I mean, the hooves are the people that, I mean, we don't have any goats.
Choose your next words very carefully, Televic.
We don't have any goats.
Iffy gears up, kind of tucks the Pars Memorias behind her so it's not necessarily like right on her hip, and then knocks on the door with the tray.
There is no answer.
I crack the door open and poke my head inside.
This lushly appointed bedroom is covered in rugs along the floor and silks along the walls. A beautiful bed carved from a living oak dominates the center of the room.
As she goes to open the door, I definitely would cast guidance on her.
Okay.
I would say, go with Pythor. Pythor's blessing.
Okay. Oh,
Do
sorry.
you see anything?
My elbow on a D4 and it hurt really bad.
They're like Legos.
They betrayed me. So I am gonna peek in, and if there's nobody in there, I think I'm going to investigate and try and see if, I'm assuming these are Demetria's lodgings.
Yep, there is nobody in there.
Yep. I'm gonna search around and see if there's anything that I can find that relates maybe specifically to the horn or to Tig. And I'm in, my missing people. But I'm gonna keep holding the tray the whole time so that if someone were to come in, I could kind of try to go oh, I was supposed to deliver food and it's my first day on the job and that kind of thing.
Give me a investigation check, but with disadvantage, because you're not able to look everywhere because you're trying to balance this huge tray of meat.
Okay. Disadvantage.
I'm definitely not peeking in, by the way, because I have no idea what's in that room.
16.
So you see the edge of a trunk peeking out from underneath the bed.
Okay. I am going to
Elephant or tree?
yes, elephant or tree. I'm going to set the tray down and look in the trunk.
All right, the trunk is locked.
Does anybody have proficiency with thieves' tools?
I do not.
Other than you?
I have an axe.
I could have sworn that Eleutheria had not Eleutheria, Iphigenia had proficiency with thieves' tools.
I'm not sure
I don't
where
think
I
so.
would get that.
So...
No, maybe not. Maybe I just misremembered.
It could be a background, but...
I thought maybe her... Yeah, I guess her background didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Could I make a basic like a sleight of hand or something like that check to see if I can get it open?
You would have to have thieves' tools, or you're going to have to break it open by brute force.
And I am not strong enough to do that. So I pick up the tray, I step back out, and I just share, there's a trunk in there. I feel like maybe there's something that would be helpful to have in there. Whenever we've taken care of the situation with the kids and Demetria and the horn, I think we need to try and get back in there and get to it, unless someone can try to brute force their way into it now.
I could try.
Well, how big is the lock?
How big was the lock, Dave?
A good size iron lock.
Like a
Yeah,
good
like
sized
pretty good quality.
iron lock. Yeah.
Could you lift the trunk at all, or was it completely airtight?
Could I have done that, or would it have been like fully
Um,
shut down?
The trunk was completely shut. Probably
Mhm.
not airtight, but
Uh-huh.
Enough
Is
that
it-
it's not going to
yeah,
get
Is
like
it
a normal
flea tight?
chest or trunk.
Is it flea tight?
Is
Is
it
it-
flea tight?
Flea tight?
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
I don't know how tight a space a flea can squeeze in.
They're very tiny.
Dump the DM.
I was trying to see if I could flee my way in.
And I
think of
didn't-
a
And I didn't see like a key or anything like that anywhere, right?
No.
No. Okay.
I can
Alright.
probably break it if you would like me to try.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you wanted to try and break it, I don't want to necessarily call attention to us and
We can
Miss
I mean,
close
Sarah-
we
the
could
door.
always come back for it later.
yeah, I think it's going to be important to come back for it later. I just kind of have a general feeling, but
I ask,
Yeah.
do you think we're going to leave this place slowly?
I don't know. That's a good call. Maybe Baxton should break it now.
All right, I will step into the room,
Was it trapped? Did you check
Closed.
for traps?
close the door, and smash that lock.
I'm going to come here and try and look around this corner
Give
a little
me
bit too.
a strength check.
Oh man, I should have given you guidance.
21.
Yeah, you take the butt end of your axe and just slam into the lock and crack it right open.
Okay. I will undo the lock, out of the hasp and open the trunk.
Yep. Inside, you find several trinkets, some necklaces, several rings, a bunch of gems, and a leather-bound tome of some sort.
Might I have a look at that tome?
Can I lift this chest? Is it like
Yeah, you
Okay.
you have no problem lifting it.
okay? So I want to pick it up, and I will walk over to the door, open the door, and show them the contents of the chest.
Do I recognize anything in the chest?
No.
Might I have a look at that tome?
Feel free.
I pick it up and do I sense any? I guess I don't have a detect magic, so I guess fuck that then. Can I open it up and start reading it?
Yeah, you can give me an Arcana check.
Can I give her the help action since I've got proficiency?
Sure.
Okay.
Right.
With advantage.
All right, I'll roll with advantage.
I'm also going to give her guidance with this one, if that's okay.
I'm gonna stand there and hold the
Right.
chest.
I
We're all
really
in this
want the
together.
warlock to make this roll. All right, got it. And yeets, I don't know why they didn't roll advantage. Let me double click it. And yeet. Okay, there we go. 24.
Yeah, so the exterior of the tome, the leather, is definitely human skin.
Ugh.
And there is some type of ritual contained inside of it, but you cannot read the writing to tell what that ritual is.
Really? I know 4 languages. Common, Celestial, and Elven, and Sylvan.
Yep, none of that.
Can't read it.
Do you have a bag?
I do have a bag.
Let us empty the rest of this into your bag.
Celestial, Sylvan, or Elvish, or Common. I'll take that as a no. I close the book and I kind of tuck it in my bag.
All right.
That's a bit morose, though. It's covered in human skin.
Yes.
No.
And can I dump the rest of the contents of the chest in your bag?
I'm not exactly the strongest. What else is in there?
Just jewelry.
Necklaces, rings, and gems.
All right, I can take it. Go and open my inventory and start writing shit down. Did I just put various jewels and jewelry?
Yeah, 2 necklaces, 4 rings, and 6 gems.
Okay, 2 necklaces, 4 rings, 6.
Correct.
And I'll toss the chest aside.
Maybe put it back. Put it back where you got it.
I think from seeing that book that we are not dealing with someone of good nature.
No, I'd say not either.
No, I mean
the
the chest, just so you don't cause immediate alarm, in case.
Do you not think what happened down the hallway is going to cause immediate alarm?
I mean, his dance was jarring, but I don't think it was alarming.
I mean,
somebody had to see that.
Yeah, I agree. Either way, if we're not going to silence them, we should at least stop the door and make sure that they can't get out.
No, not the children.
Aren't you worried they're going to go get their master? We don't know what these children are capable of. They could be learning under her.
Can you imagine children learning?
I kind of narrow my eyes and I give them a harsh look and I kind of storm down the hallway.
Oh.
He's like, I started learning to read when I was about 18 months old, so I'm not sure what Eleutheria's problem with education is.
No, that wasn't. No, I'm saying that you don't know what they're.
And I turn to Baxton and Iffy and I go, she's definitely the odd one of the group, right? And I give like this completely like oblivious nod.
Yep.
If he just looks at Baxter and just says, like, with a look that clearly says, "These people."
So it's a hoof versus no hoof thing.
Yeah. So you come to another door at the end of the hall that not really distinguishable from any of the others, but even without listening at the door, you can hear from within the clinking of glasses and some giggling and female voices.
And I give a clap. I'm like, and I motion to Iffy to move forward with the platter.
This is just
time to shine, girl.
I try and straighten the back of her tunic or whatever to make sure that she doesn't have any
wrinkles.
Wrinkles in it, and just like as if she's preparing to go out and give a speech. Oh, and with that, I say, go with the wisdom of Valith, and I give you guidance.
Okay. And
you feel a little bit wiser.
I knock on the door and I step in with the tray.
All right. So this feasting hall is dominated by a huge table shaped from living oak. The table has enough chairs to seat a dozen guests. Food and wine are artfully arranged on the tabletop, and a beautiful silver dragon horn with gold fittings sits in the center of the table. Feasting at the table are 4 teenage girls, and at the far end, at the head of the table, is a beautiful woman, and behind her stands a large giant creature with 4 arms. He is about 9 feet tall and has a single eye.
A cyclops?
It looks like it, but he has 4 arms. You can give me a nature check.
Can I make one too?
Yes.
Because you know why? Ooh, 22.
He is a Gigan.
again.
Yep, they were supposedly all killed during the First War.
Is it similar to the the thing that involves my backstory? Like the
Okay.
heroic feat.
Hold on one second and let me look at your
Yeah.
because it has been a long time.
Yeah, it's fine.
Been a long time.
Telemachus definitely slaps his hand against his forehead and shakes it, realizing that the power of the guidance has already been used.
No, not related to anything like your backstory.
Got it.
Yeah, you had encountered a 3-headed cyclops.
Yeah.
A 3-headed giant. You had encountered a 3-headed giant. This is a guy.
Okay.
Yep,
Gotcha.
They are different creatures.
Gotcha.
5 more eyes, 2 less arms.
Correct.
I kind of look at the other two, and I kind of look at the horn, and I kind of make a motion like
Yeah.
That's it.
As Demetrius says, come in. I have been expecting you.
If he attempts to act like she imagines a maid would, and she's like, "Oi, right! I'm here with your food." And that's all she says.
Oh my god!
Please, set that down. I apologize for my servants foisting this off on you. You are guests of honor. Come, sit, join us, and dine.
Is she talking to all of us?
Yes.
I'm but a lowly maid, madam.
I
kind of
Yeah.
get
She says,
to the front.
I
I'm like,
very
I think
well aware who you are and what you seek.
I think we should cut the
information you wish
bullshit.
to know.
If he drops the act immediately and sits down.
I sit down next to Iffy.
Okay, yep. You guys go ahead and take your seats and let me put the encounter on the map.
And I touch Baxton on the shoulder and I say, this is definitely a trick, isn't it? Go with Vulcan.
Yep. As Kyra walks in, Demetria kind of gives her a nod and says, it has been far too long, Kyra.
I kind of look at Kyra. Can I gauge the look on her face? Like,
yeah, one of distaste. Don't even need an insight check. It is obvious that she has great disdain for Demetria.
Okay.
And she just takes a seat and says nothing.
My eyes kind of go back to Demetria.
Yeah. She says, well, are you going to ask?
Ask for the horn, or what else were you thinking of to ask?
Well, if the horn is all you want.
Where's Tig?
Says, yes, your poor family. I am sorry, but they are beyond your reach. But I do know where you may find one of your family's artifacts that was lost.
What do you mean they're beyond my reach?
I am afraid I cannot say more.
I was told that you also know things concerning myself as well. What do you know?
If you will agree to leave in peace, I will allow you to drink from the horn of Balmitria and leave this place with no ill will or malice, and I will tell you what you want to know.
Kind of narrow my eyes, and you can see her kind of nails digging into her arm.
But you must leave, and leave the horn with me and the children in my care.
Why do you need this horn?
For the feast.
I quirk my brow.
Why do you need the children?
They love me. They worship me. Do you not, girls? And they just all rushed to just assure Demetria, each one, that they are the one that loves her most.
Can I, with my knowledge of like charms, can I see if these girls are charmed?
Give me a insight check.
Please. 11.
Not that you can tell. They appear to be under their own power. He says, well, let us feast, and then you can make your decisions when the feast is done. And she says, girls, enjoy your meal. And they all start digging into the meat that is laid out on the table, cutting it up, serving it on platters, and pouring wine out of the horn of Balmitria. And drinking.
Dave,
And
if I remember correctly, isn't there some very specific traditions having to do with sharing meals in a host home?
Guest friendship.
right, which
Yes.
means that they can do no harm to you while you are a guest in their home, or suffer curses.
And can I, like, based on my, religious background, can I kind of do I know that the gods kind of play fast and loose with those rules, meaning like no harm means like no bodily harm, but they might like alter us mentally, make us feel really.
A religion check.
Okay.
Don't. Oh, I forgot to put the book in my inventory.
20.
The gods do not play very fast and loose with it. They are extremely strict.
So
not only would, if she extends you guest friendship, then she cannot physically harm you, she cannot mentally harm you, and she must protect you from any such harm or risk being cursed by the gods.
And that includes like, altering my mental facilities, right?
Correct.
And we can't do, once we accept, we can't do anything to harm her, correct?
Correct.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And so this is clearly offering guest friendship, or that's what
not necessarily, not just having a feast. She has not proposed friendship. Unless you agree to her deal that you will leave her with the children and the horn in peace.
Okay.
And then she will agree to allow you to leave in peace and tell you the information you seek.
I get the sense that the choice is not mine.
Yeah, so as the girls dig in, Demetria smiles at the girls. Is anyone else eating?
No.
No, if he's not eating anything.
I'm not eating.
Ella McKay?
I kind of look and kind of shrug and say, sometimes we need to make sacrifices for gains.
My eyes narrow.
Do you eat or not eat?
I don't. I follow what everyone else is doing, but
okay. Yeah, nobody else is. Okay, so as the girls hungrily devour the feast, Demetrius smiles at them and says, "I'm glad to see that you have such appetites. There is nothing more delicious than a lover's flesh, is there?" Suddenly, the girls begin to shriek in pain. Their teeth sharpen, and the bones in their legs snap backwards, and horns grow from their heads. In a matter of seconds, they have all been transformed into monstrous maenads. Demetria gently pets one of the new servants and says, "Shush now, my sweetlings. This is a great blessing. Now you shall have the pleasure to serve Lutheria for the rest of your lives."
When she said a lover's flesh, would I get the sense that meant human flesh?
Absolutely.
Elthier pales. And I look to Baxton and I look to Baxton and I'm like, I kind of give him a look with the sense of like, what the fuck is this? Or
do you accept my offer?
I don't know why you ask after such a display.
Well,
He
look at
says,
Baxton.
"My sweets, you can begin your service for Lutheria by slaughtering these uninvited guests."
To hell with your deal. And I get ready to cast Hex on her.
All right.
I stand up and kick the chair out from behind me, and I say, "We are here to protect the children. You are harming them."
So, actually...
Oh, shoot.
Give me a second to correct the tracker, because we now have 4 maenads.
Okay.
Instead of...
Fucking bitch. I don't know if
I'm
I don't know if I
certainly
should focus the
extremely
Geigen or
scared.
her.
I'm all out of spell slots.
Yeah,
Because I got a
I'm
new
very
spell I
frightened.
use.
Very, very frightened. Because this is... We dealt with, 3 of those by themselves?
And it wrecked us, too.
Dave, what did I take? No, I never remember. I took damage from something like a couple sessions ago. Never mind. Because I'm like, why didn't it take off my temporary hit points? Meow.
All right.
Is it too early to say I start raging?
Yeah. She's gonna get murdered.
Yeah. Yeah. We are so dead. So dead.
Who's taking care of the big guy in the back? Is that anybody call Gibbs?
Or they all disappeared.
That's you, buddy. That's you.
All right.
I like how the...
So,
I don't...
The first Maenad is going to run over and just attack Bax.
Can my rage have already started?
No, there is an ability that allows you to do that.
Oh, okay.
And she will stab at you with her dinner knife. Telemachus.
Okay. I'm going to start to kick my chair out from underneath me and start to transform into a wild shape. Sorry, I'm looking for the wild shape.
All right. And Iffy, you can give me a
Please,
perception
headset.
check.
Perception. Okay.
Yep.
Can I have an
What the
inspiration
fuck?
die? Can I roll that now?
Yes, you can.
Okay. A little bit better. 17.
So you notice as she gestures to these maenads to attack you all. On her left hand.
What the hell? I can't hear anything.
You can't
Oh,
hear.
hold on. I'm stupid. Wait.
So, Iffy, you notice that on her left hand, as she is gesturing to these maenads to attack, a ring that you now recognize as having belonged to your grandmother.
You bitch. Okay. Okay, it's not my turn yet, is it?
It is not. It is Televique's turn, and he's trying to decide what he is going to become.
Oh, I'm turning into a panther.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to step back. I do need to put
I think
this on my sheet.
If he does yell out, "That's my grandmother's ring," and points at the ring.
Oh, never mind. I'm back. My Discord wasn't responding.
Okay.
Welcome back.
I think I did it finally. I'm going to target myself maybe and click on that. All right. Look at that. Cool. And I believe that takes my action. So
Yep.
Are you
will be
a pony? I can't see from the picture.
It's a panther.
Oh, it looks like little Sebastian from my screen.
Oh my god. I should have turned into a pony. Sorry, next turn.
It has an enthralling feat of its own.
All right. So the next
Free pony rides to the kids.
Mayanad, number
Yeah, it looked like an evil like pony or something.
He's a mini
runs
horse.
up and is going to try to take a stab at Eleftheria
Okay.
with her dinner knife and misses. Bax.
All right. I am raging.
Oh, I gotta fix something.
Okay, that's how I do it. And tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, you can go ahead. You can do whatever.
Okay.
You want.
Right. I am attacking.
You miss.
Ooh. What?
Oof.
Don't you wish that you had done the recap now?
Oh, Dave.
Incredible.
Yeah. So Demetria, she
Guillermo,
is going to look at Bax and say,
Gosh.
I only
No.
wish to be allies. Your friends are being unreasonable. You should help me stop them. You do make your wisdom saving throw, so you are
That
not
bitch.
charmed.
Thank God.
The Geigen begins walking around behind her.
Yeah, he
and
does.
Let's see. He cannot get to you because of the maenads yet.
And they will stay there.
So he is going to pull out a javelin and throw at you.
Oh.
Well, I kind of need to target you first. Did a 16 hit?
Yes.
Yeah, we won't take the. Crap. Need to take that critical.
Guillermo, stop it.
Oh, so. Well, let's see what this does. Hopefully, it won't kill you.
That's comforting. Thank you, Dave.
I said, okay, it rolled normal. So yeah, he just whips out a javelin that he throws, and it hits you in the shoulder and almost turns you completely around with the force that it hit you. This one will step up and try to hit Bax with her dagger. This one. Head and attack. Area. So she lashes out at you, Eleftheria.
Mm-hmm.
And as her dagger is, straight at your heart, you can tell this is going to hurt. And Hercus jumps right in front of it. And
What?
gets
No!
skewered by this dagger and falls to the ground, and his form kind of wavers. And the next thing you know, there is a small gnome laying at your feet, blinking wildly.
What? My jaws agape.
He never even got to rest on the bosoms.
No, wait, is he? Wait, is the gnome alive?
Yes, the gnome is alive.
What?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're wild-shaped and you take more damage than your animal.
I mean, I figured, but like, what?
So, yep, he is now lying prone right beside you. And it is your turn.
I don't know how to deal with that, so I'm just gonna not.
Oh my god, story of my life.
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action. I'm gonna bonus action cast Hex on the guy again. But instead, I'm gonna attack the Maenads in front of me, because they're the more immediate threat.
Yep.
So just know that the Mr. Man over there is hexed.
Yep, so go ahead and target him and apply the hex. And then you can target the Maenad and...
Hold on.
And
Make
so-
sure I'm not targeting myself.
What all does Hex do?
It just does extra damage if I attack them.
Okay, good deal.
And you
Yeah.
can put them on new targets if the target dies.
Yeah, it can switch as long as it's an hour.
Also,
So-
you do give them disadvantage on an ability check of your choice.
I don't. So, it doesn't say that in the effect. And plus, the effect is just on myself.
Yeah,
Yeah, the effect is just on yourself. The effect on the other character is...
It doesn't.
Wait,
I don't
what?
think it says that.
Yeah, he should, I believe, get a...
Yeah, that one doesn't come out
Yeah,
of the
you're
box.
right. Yeah, I see
which
it.
ability check?
I think disadvantage on ability. One ability when you cast a spell. So is it like ability scores, or is it just skills, or?
Yep, just name an ability score. Like strength.
I'll give him
dex.
disadvantage against wisdom. It's wisdom saving throws for. Yeah, I'll give him advantage against wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
They're not saving throws or checks, but that's
Yeah,
fine.
wisdom
Checks. Yeah.
So it won't affect saving throws.
I'll just strength checks then.
Okay. Good deal.
Okay, and then
And
I'm
now
going
you
to
can target the Maenad.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and roll with disadvantage. And the Eldritch Blast. Please hit.
That's a miss.
Misses. All right. I can't back up because that cause a opportunity attack, and that'll end my.
You could back up right behind Iffy, but you would take an opportunity attack.
Yeah. No, I'm not down for that.
All right. Iffy.
Okay, I'm going to viciously mock the Geigen.
Okay.
So I'm going to look at it and I'm going to say, you work for someone who steals jewelry, and that says a lot about you as a person. And I cast that.
He succeeds on the saving throw.
Damn it. Okay. And then I do have some bardic inspiration left to hand out, so I'm going to give Baxon some bardic inspiration.
Okay.
So I look at him and I say, hoof buddies, and then he's got bardic inspiration.
When in doubt, hoof buddies.
Hoof buddies. And that is my turn. Oh, and I also look at Kyra and go, I know you don't like to get involved, but this might be a good time to do some healing. And then that's my turn.
So, Perkus will stand up and he is going to disengage and run to the back of the room, looking very confused. Maenad number 1 is going to try and attack back with her dagger again. Actually, she gets 2 attacks with the dagger. And she hits you twice. And Telemachus.
I was just want to run up and drink from the horn. This is this is awkward spacing. Like, can I not fit next to him?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yep. The squares are a little weird.
All right. So I'm gonna kind of pounce along the floor and leap up off the wall here and pounce onto this Maenad.
Okay.
Get him, little Sebastian.
And little Sebastian. It's gonna attack. Oh, there it is.
That's a miss.
And miss. And frown in the only way a big cat can frown.
So looking at something impassively?
Yeah.
All right. So
Little Sebastian.
this Maenad will continue attacking
Miss you in the sad.
and hits Eleutheria with her dagger.
Ooh, thank God for false life.
And try again. And hits with her dagger. Back.
Really? I have heavy damage off that? Oh, let's see. I have my HP.
All right, I am attacking.
All right. That's a hit.
And that is my turn.
Yeah. So opens up a huge wound, and that Maenad stumbles back and looks very hurt by that. It looks like they're not as tough as the fully developed, been around a while Maenads.
I'm about to die, just so you know, guys.
I swear to God, every time we go into combat, this kitten thinks he's in combat too, and he just starts attacking my legs. You're beautiful and fluffy, but you hurt.
So she is
probably
going
knock out the
to
first spell.
cast Entangle on Eleutheria and...
No, that's a strength saving throw. I'm not good at those.
Eleutheria and Iffy.
I'm not good at the strength saving throws.
Eleutheria fails and she is entangled. So you are restrained. The Gigan is going to step up to that space, and he has reach with his spear, so he is going to try to stab Vax twice. The first one drops Vax to the ground.
Oh no.
And so he will direct his second at the cat, and he hits.
No, he's still targeting.
Yeah, he's still targeting back.
Yep, sure.
Don't kill him.
Don't double tap.
All right, so we'll just redo all of it. So he hits the cat.
Kind of sad I don't have Hellish Rebuke now, and I chose to take Witch Bolt instead.
Oh,
And
Hellish
you
Rebuke
are
is so fun.
unshifted.
Oh my gosh! So it hit harder that time.
Well, I hadn't rolled damage yet for.
Oh yeah, I see.
against
Bax
you.
gets reduced damage.
Mhm.
Oh, but Bax did take damage, so you might want to make sure you don't have a death saving throw.
Right, make sure it didn't put
Negative.
any death saves on your backs.
Yeah, it caused me to fail one. You may knock it off.
Yep.
Okay.
Jimmy,
Oh,
you
man.
can't die. Like,
Not again.
I'm giving you specific instructions to not die.
I will try my best.
Yeah.
I just hope you guys make it.
Yeah, I'm like shrugging.
To bitch me
Should
to
have
the
drank
fuck.
the Kool-Aid.
It seems like at least a couple of us have like someone invested in keeping us alive.
Mhm.
But I'm guessing you don't get a second chance.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
or a third, I guess.
Oh man.
It's weird. I don't feel like we have an imbalanced party. It's just like I feel like we just keep getting shitty rolls at the worst time.
Eleftheria.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna freaking try to attack these manads right here, I guess. I don't know what else to do, honestly. All right. Go ahead and try that at disadvantage because they're in my fucking no square.
No
I
square.
miss. I can't hit them. Let me see what this is. Skills.
Do you have any inspiration?
I don't. Because I couldn't do the recap because, of nonsense. Let me see what this is. Sorry. Is it an action or a
Or what?
Is Song of Sorrow, is that an action or it doesn't I don't think it says in here.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
be an action.
Yeah, then if I fucking can't do anything then, so I guess that's my turn. Because I can't move because of Entangle.
Yeah. Iffy.
Okay. I'm gonna be gone, kitty. I'm going to target this mana that looks hurt. And I'm gonna shoot an arrow at it.
Okay. That's a miss.
Ah, dang it. Okay, that is all I am able to do. That is my turn.
All right. Perkus runs over and he will heal Baxon for, let's see, what is his? For 11 points.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's very sweet.
So he does remember certain things.
Tilla McKay needs to keep his points because I don't think
Yeah.
Hercus is going to heal him.
As he's casting his spell, he's chittering like a squirrel.
That's not weird.
We'll unpack this later.
No, we don't have time to unpack that right now.
There's a lot of other stuff going on.
And you get stabbed as well, Tella McKay. And your turn.
I look back at the party. Oh wait. Baxton is up, right? I still have him as dying.
Yes.
Okay, and
yeah, Bax, did you heal your 11 damage?
Oh, I thought it would do. Okay, yeah, I'll get that.
And I say I don't think we can win this fight. We should seek to fight another day. And yeah. And she's still entangled?
Yes, they are still entangled. Or Eleutheria is.
Okay. Yeah, it's a tough decision. I'm gonna go ahead and transform into an elk and attempt to stand my ground for as long as I can.
Okay.
So, yep, leave him with those words, and I'll get the elk up in a second. And I don't have an action after that, do I? So, yeah, I had my turn.
Okay, this Maenad comes around and is going to try to... let me look something up right quick. Give me 1 second, guys.
Actually, if you don't mind, I'll just stick with Panther.
Okay.
It's the same. I thought elk had a lot more hit points. I do not think they do.
Okay, yep. He is going to attack. Hits. Backs.
All right. I'm going to go reckless.
Okay.
Elson is still unconscious.
Oh.
And I'm attacking.
Okay. That is a hit. And she drops.
Good.
Yeah, you definitely think that they are not at full strength because they are brand new Maenads.
And
Anything
that'll be my
else?
turn. No,
All right.
sorry.
Demetria. Now. Not target her. She is going to try to entangle the 3 of you guys.
Hey, you guys.
And Hercus and Bax are not entangled. Telemachie, you are entangled, so you are restrained.
Wait, does she have 2 entangled spells going up, or? Because she did that to me.
Oh. Is that a...
Yeah, she cast it on myself and Iffy
Right.
earlier.
Yeah. Oh, that is a concentration. Sorry. Right. Yeah, she'll drop it on you and Iffy to try and get the 3 of them. The Geigen is going to try to stab Bax again. I'm sure a 19 hits.
Oh yeah.
And he will also try to hit the kitty. The hit.
You still kitty?
He's
Yeah.
still kitty. The Maenad will try to hit the kitty.
Not anymore.
And you are unshifted. And this Maenad will try to continue attacking. Eleftheria.
Alright, I'm gonna try to freaking attack this stupid Maenad that's in my face that I cannot hit for some reason. Oh, no, disadvantage. Alrighty, please hit! No, I don't
That's a
fucking
miss.
hit. Yeah, that's... Yeah.
All right. Iffy.
Okay. Targeting Maenad 3. I'm going to try and give it a stab.
That's a miss.
I cannot roll to save.
Yeah,
my
no, I
deck.
can't hit anything! I'm changing the color of my dice.
Right, same. Same. Because that
Okay.
makes a difference, and I stand by that statement.
Hercus crawls across the table and reaches out to Eleftheria, and he will heal you for 10.
Okay, thank you. Hercus being the MVP. And that brings me back to full max. Nice.
What?
I'm gonna
Telemachus.
I'm going to pull off my hood and set the snakes at him.
Okay.
Attack. And they miss. And yeah. Well, end my turn.
Okay. Is Petrifying Gaze in action, or do they just have to see you?
Petrifying Gaze, I get at like level 5 or something.
Yeah, you don't
okay.
have it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still level 2.
Ah.
All right.
This is where Dave's like, "Oh, I forgot to level you guys up. Go ahead and level up real quick. We'll finish up the battle."
She misses. Bax.
So embarrassing for Dave.
And Bax is recharged and going with new dice colors and
Does just as poorly.
You gotta
What-
go with dark.
wait, why did
dark
I
colors.
lose my reckless attack?
Reckless attack happens.
One time
You
you've got to
do it
do
every
it
Oh,
each
it's-
time. Yeah, so if you want to be using it, go ahead and roll a second time.
Yeah,
And
I
you have
thought,
Bardic. Remember, you have Bardic.
okay. I thought once I activated it was for the rest of that encounter.
No,
Oh, it's not.
you have to do
You know,
that each round.
Each round. Okay, gotcha.
And-
You have to, yeah, pick it, yeah.
It's also one attack per round.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh.
So that hits.
Do I
and
need to
crits.
activate it? Because
Yeah,
I know
go
it
ahead.
lowers my defenses, right?
Hey, there you go.
And then here's the damage.
Whew.
Yeah, her head
Big
just
boy
comes
damage.
completely flying off and bounces down the
And I
floor
will
of the
step-
room.
I think
will
Joe Bob
step
would.
forward.
I think Joe Bob will call that one a head roll foo.
Step forward.
Someone got that joke.
Stay behind me, Telemachus.
He doesn't have a choice.
I'm
Oh.
saying very nobly with 2 hit points, you know. So
Yeah. This guy has 2 attacks.
yeah.
He's got twice the
Mike-
arms.
If I could literally just get rid of these 2 Maenads in my face, I would literally be able to catch Wishbolt, but I can't do it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not, because I think they're both concentration, both Hex and Wishbolt.
Yeah, she will
Yeah, they're both
just
concentration.
hold off for now. The Geigen is going to continue his assault.
Yeah.
and sends Telemachus to the ground, and immediately turns his attention to Bax.
I was trying to divert his attention so he wouldn't attack Telemachus.
He's got the
what
reach.
happened there.
Oh, he's attacking Tele again.
Oh, okay. So let's just undo that. Bax. And miss. Who attempts to attack Eleutheria and misses?
Boom.
Eleutheria.
All right, I'm getting a little fed up with this at this point, and so I'm just gonna take my. I guess I'll take my Sika or whatever, and I'll attack the main ad in front of me, so I just don't get disadvantage anymore.
Right.
I'm so sick of not hitting. I don't know where that rolled twice. Oh, it put me at disadvantage for some reason? Yeah, my disadvantage isn't clicked, so do you want me to just roll that again?
We can just take the first one.
The natural 20?
Yes, we will take that natural. I'm not going to make you lose a natural 20 because it did something wrong.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go ahead and roll 2d4 and I'll just add 1. That's 3 plus 1, that's 4 points of damage.
All right.
And at least that's something.
She still has
it's because you're
restrained
restrained.
Oh, I'm restrained, yeah.
Uh,
Oh, I'm no
didn't she
longer
drop-
restrained because, yeah, she dropped it on me.
That.
Right.
Yeah. He
Yep.
just didn't remove the effect.
Yeah, it's all right. Okay, so it's still 4 points of damage, of piercing damage, onto the main end number 2.
Okay.
All right, and I guess that'll be turn. Is it?
Gonna keep stabbing at this thing.
Oh my
damn
God!
it!
We could not hit anything.
If at
Damn.
first you don't succeed,
Blindly stab again.
run away.
I am switching to my real dice after this round because they are kinder to me than this garbage digital dice. That is my turn.
Hercus will run over and
Hercus 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
What?
Yeah, he will run over and he heals Bax for 9.
Still not touching Tele.
Poor Telemachus.
Telemachus that bridge.
Tele McKay's bleeding on the floor. This ain't about him.
Yeah.
All right. So Telemachus did that. Mayanad number 3 will attempt to stab Iffy and hits.
Yeah.
6.
I'm okay. I'm still up
Bax.
for now.
All right. Throw caution to the wind. I'm reckless again.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's right?
Get this stupid Geigen.
I'm gonna try.
Get him.
That's a miss.
You have
Yeah,
bardic
so-
inspiration.
You
That is
do.
true. I am using it.
Use it.
Haha, good as ACB.
21 now.
19. Oh, yeah, it is 21.
So yep, that hits.
All right.
Yeah, you notice that not only does he have a spear in one hand and an axe in another, he's wielding 2 shields at one time.
What a bitch.
That's
What
just
is it?
greedy. It's like an embarrassment of riches.
That plus 4 AC. That's so dumb.
That is my turn.
All right. So the Geigen is going to, or oh no, it's Demetria. He's still just waiting to see what happens. The Geigen will attack you with his spear.
Cat.
Mm.
Oh, sorry.
And he
Animal cat, not human cat.
but misses you with his second spear.
Luckily.
This Maenad attacks.
Mew.
Sorry, guys. I'll put
And
myself on
What
mute.
is your armor class? I guess she doesn't have you targeted for some reason.
My armor class is 13, I believe.
Okay, so that would be a hit. And whatever. Oh, your hex.
My
attacks.
hex fails.
Yeah.
Yep. Bye-byes for spell slot.
Yep. Eleftheria.
This is just getting into a cat fight at this point, so I'm going to take my dagger and I'm just going to keep freaking stabbing at this Maenad.
Yeah.
Am I still targeting her? Yes, I am. Alright. Melee attack.
Hit.
21 hits. I'll take it. And that's 5 points of piercing damage. And I'm going to save it. I'll save it. Alright. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Iffy.
All right, rolling my good dice on the table. Okay. Does a 14 hit? Please?
Yes.
Yay!
Yes. Okay.
Because if not, then it's a 50.
Okay. And then I'll roll damage on the. So 6 damage to this twerp.
All right.
And that is my turn.
Hercus will throw some flame over at that.
Hercus 2, Electric Boogaloo. This is his plan the whole time. He's just trying to replace Sol McKay.
Herky always makes me think of the University of Iowa mascot. I think we have one named Herky.
Telemachey has failed 2 death saves.
Oh.
Oh shit! Telemachey.
This Maenad is going to go ahead and swing at you while she can. Hits.
Out of character, don't speak ill of the dead with this Turkish replacing me talk.
Oh my god! Yeah, Talus could just take over Hercus as a character. We didn't even have to change classes.
Do you realize how hard it would be for me to roleplay that?
You could be like a more evolved version of Hercus. Like he takes Telemachey's death to heart.
Hit.
He's showing signs of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then he drops me. Oh, sorry. That's it for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With that, Demetria says, "Enough. Let us have a truce. I wish no more of my sweet little pets to die."
My eyes narrow and I look at her.
She says, "Take the horn and you may go."
And the children.
And my grandmother's ring.
Insight check.
She, go ahead and give me your insight check.
Trust a fucking thing she says. 17.
She appears to be telling the truth. She says, "I offer you guest friendship."
Kind of look to the others.
We leave here. This is just a proposal, not an official agreement. With all of the information that you've been playing with by holding in front of us, that ring, the children that you have here, and that's it. That's the only thing that's going to make us agree to guest friendship. And even then, I can't speak for everybody. I'm just
She
speaking.
will slide the ring across the table to you.
I take it.
He says, I will give you the information and the horn, and any children who choose freely to leave.
I look to the others. At least the others that are still standing. Jiol, what do you think?
Can I perform a medicine check on Telemachus before he dies?
You can tell he's bleeding out.
Yeah.
And you heal our friend without any weird kickbacks.
She nods. Do we have an accord?
I look to the others to make sure that they are all in agreement of this.
If he nods to Eleftheria.
I look at Bax.
I suppose.
All right.
A deal is done.
So Telemachus, you will heal for 10 damage. You get to heal 10 hit points.
Let her keep the freaking children. They're not worth the entire world, damn it. Sacrifices must be made.
Telemachus, I feel like you came back at a weird time.
So as you take
What happened?
your grandmother's ring from the table, voices just start running through your head. You just start hearing voices and you recognize them as family members and acquaintances. And finally, one voice kind of stands out the most and says, Mommy, is that you?
Tay? It's me. Is that you?
I kind of give her a bit of an odd look, and I look at Demetra. So I kind of look at Demetra and I say, what do you know of me? What information do you have regarding me?
All right, we'll get to that in just a second, because
Okay.
she will tell you. And the voice says, Mommy, I can't find you. Where are you at?
I'm gonna find you. Can you tell me anything about where you are?
I don't know, but exactly.
Is your father with you?
Everyone's here.
Okay. They're gonna keep you safe until I can find you, but I'm going to find you, okay?
Grandmama says that you have to find the helm. The Amazon Queen has it.
Okay, then I'll find the helm, and then I'm going to find you, and everything's gonna be okay again, all right?
He says, okay. And you hear her voice sounds like it's getting further away. And she says, Mommy,
Yeah?
where are you going? Mommy.
Tig, I'm not going anywhere!
And then the voice is gone.
If he just stares at the ring
And
just,
yeah, Eleftheria. Demetria says, I know only that you are doomed to die by the hand of Lutheria. Your family offended her greatly. She is responsible for the death of your parents, and she has chosen instead to curse you. I know only that the fates can tell you more.
The fates?
Yes, the fates. You must seek them out, and they can tell you where your doom lies.
I've never... Do you know of where they reside? I've never met them.
Nor have I.
So you don't even know where they are?
They will reveal to you where you shall meet your doom by Lutheria's hand.
And it's referring to the evil goddess she serves.
Yes. I do not know what your family did to upset her so, but she has taken great pleasure in tormenting you.
The bit of pain crosses her face. My birth parents?
Eleftheria demanded worship from your tribe, and your parents refused.
Why?
So they
Why
were
a group of
killed
sirens?
And they were given to those who were more amicable.
Why my tribe? Why us?
All should serve the great Lutheria.
I don't give her an answer, and I look away.
I have told you what you wish to know. I have given you what you asked. The horn is on the table. Take it and go.
I'll lean over and pick up the horn.
I kind of sulk out of here, almost defeated, feeling rather defeated.
Yep.
With, I assume, the horn.
Yeah, I leave too.
You have the horn.
She doesn't even notice it, but there are tears streaming down her face.
Iffy is still staring at the ring, but she kind of takes Eleftheria like by the hand and guides her out.
Oh, I'm still unconscious, by the way.
I
dragging
take
you by the foot.
Just dragging him by the foot.
The hoof buddies takes a foot.
Is Hercus coming?
Yes.
You know who's not going to want to come with us?
The kids.
Yeah.
Especially this first room.
Yeah, let's just skip this.
They won't come.
No. I'm going to stick my head in the door and say, you have a choice to make. You can come with us or stay.
Just for the record, she's gonna turn you into Maenads if you stay. That's a thing she does.
She will.
Give me a persuasion check.
Can I help them? Because I don't have advantage. Wait, I do have advantage because of my feet. So
Okay.
I'll give the help action.
Yes. Well, if you have advantage because of your feet, you can make the check because you're the
Okay.
one that said.
Yeah.
Oh, roll with advantage.
If you stay.
It's 13. Wait, 13 plus because I didn't do the thing. That's 15.
So the one girl that you've been talking to, she doesn't look convinced, but when the other three, chime in that they want to leave, she agrees. She's not
peer
gonna leave them
pressure
behind. Yeah.
Positive peer pressure.
Positive peer pressure.
Yeah. So you convince the four of them to follow you out.
Okay. Continue on towards the other area.
Yep. So no need to move on the map.
Okay.
And all of that. You go out, you confront the other teenagers who are out by the fungi.
That's truly my nightmare.
And you can make another persuasion check.
Yeah, I'll do it. This time I'll click the persuasion check roll, so I don't have to do math in my head. Persuasion. Yeet. 2 5s. They're too stoned.
Yeah, they do not want to leave.
What about the one boy?
Yeah, the
yes,
boy.
he will come.
Okay.
And so as you guys are leaving, and
Definitely
you're
gonna
trying
check
to
on
persuade the kids to come with you, Lorius
Ah,
Oh,
I was gonna go.
yeah.
Back
Gonna
at
go
it
ask
again.
Florius.
He says, I believe that I may be able to help you. Is Demetria dead?
No.
No.
That is unfortunate.
We were in an unwinnable situation.
I can at least help you save these children. And he pulls out a set of pipes that he begins to play. And
Oh, okay. The different kind of pipes. Never mind.
Yeah, we're not getting high.
yeah,
Surely
he
not.
says, "Hey kids, you think those shrooms are good? You gotta try some of this." No, he begins to play on his
So much of
pipes,
this campaign
and
is drugging children.
slowly they gather around to listen to them play. And he begins walking while he plays, and they just follow him.
Benevolent Pied Piper, I guess. I'll take it.
And so you guys manage to lead the children out of the ruins of the temple. And back out to the stone circle where you had taken a rest. And that is level 3. So
Thank God.
Yes.
Level up. Is it with a little magnifying glass by the class?
Yeah, so you click the magnifying glass by your class, and then you click the square beside your class and drag that to your character sheet. And
No. I didn't do that right.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yes, Sam, I finally get my pack boon. I don't.
If you guys,
just
so
click
let
it.
me go ahead and add the new level to your sheets, just so everybody gets everything added correctly.
Yeah, because I'm trying to add it, but like it's not. It's like no, you can't do that. No.
I already did it to mine. Sorry.
And I had done it to mine already.
Yeah, I mean, I
are
haven't
taking the path of the hero, right, Max?
Yes.
Yeah,
Path of the
so
hero.
I will have to code that in because that's not in here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to take the. It's the little gray square, right, next to the.
So you click the Telemachay's done his. Eleftheria.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just click the magnifying glass, then the little gray square that's beside Warlock, and just drag that to your character sheet.
Yeah, it's saying like the module you're attempting to use is not loaded.
Yeah, for some reason my modules
because
are
you haven't
unloaded
loaded
too.
the player's handbook.
Oh, I don't know why I had it on my thing. You already did it anyway, so I'll take it.
Yep.
It might actually be the Odyssey of the Dragonlords class.
That's true too. Yeah.
Anyway. Well.
All right, so I've added that, and you'll have to let me know what your pact is going to be.
I already know it's Pact of the Tome.
Okay, and I'll get that added this week. And Iffy, have you? Yep, you've already done yours. So, yeah.
I guess I'll go ahead and add my. I'll go ahead and add my spell, so you don't have to do that at least.
Yep. Okay. So you have exited the temple.
Okay, good.
And made your way back out to the temple ruins and that stone circle.
Sweet. So,
it's like shatter.
Do we need to unpack the Hercus situation?
Yeah, I think what.
Yeah, as you guys get out there, he kind of hops up on one of the stones and chitters, and he's kind of squatted down on all fours like a squirrel, and runs over and tries to climb up on Eleftheria's shoulder, which,
I
as
push
a
him
gnome,
away.
doesn't work. And he just kind of sits there, hunched over, chittering.
What is wrong with him? Can I make an Arcana check to see if I know if this is
You can make an insight check.
Oh, insight. Okay.
Yep.
So there it is. It is a 19.
You see the glint of madness in his eyes. This guy is completely and utterly off his rocker.
Oh, he's mad. Can I make an Arcana check to see if I know if it's by magical means or not?
Sure.
Oh, damn, it was a good roll, but I don't know why that didn't register it. Yeah, that's natural 1. I had 19 and a natural 1 because the box is stupid and didn't register it.
You have no idea why he's like this.
Well, I don't know why he's like this, but I know he is mad.
Is he saying anything in Druidic?
No, he's just making those squirrely sounds that aren't actual squirrely sounds.
He went from being funny to sad.
Poor Harkus.
Yeah, a little bit.
Perhaps we could get this poor man to a temple. They may be able to clear his mind.
Perhaps. Even if it's not by magical means, it might help at least.
I agree. We should take him to town. And the children.
Eltheria nods.
Mm-hmm.
There's still tears running down her face.
Oh.
So what are you going to do? You've spent most of the day. It's starting to get toward dusk.
How far are we from town?
It's about a day to day and a half journey.
I believe we should make camp and set off first thing in the morning then.
Eltheria nods.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave, as we make
agree.
camp, I want to take my bottle of wine that I've been saving and pour it into the horn.
The horn is full.
Oh, it's already full.
Right. It is the ever full horn of Balmitria. As you were walking out with it, it was slashing wine everywhere.
Then I will just drink deeply of the horn.
Okay. Who else is drinking of the horn?
I take a drink.
All right.
I think we're gonna. Do we want to stagger it so we're just in case this is like a shroom situation? We're not just totally tripping while all these scared children are around and Hercus are around.
It sounds like Iffy wants to be the adult this time.
Yeah.
It might be a group vision though.
Yes.
We were told to drink deeply of it.
Then if everyone's drinking, I guess if you will drink too.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
We got you.
So vulnerable right now. Why you gotta do this? Why you gotta do her like this?
That's why Eltheria is drinking. She's very vulnerable right now.
Oh, so sad, Eltheria. And if you're just sad drinking. Yeah, screw it. Let's drink deeply.
All right. Telemachie, are you joining them?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So each of you takes a drink, and as Telemachus, you finish taking a big gulp and set the horn down and start feeling very woozy, all of you. And you kind of sit down wherever you're at and rest your heads, and you find yourself standing on the deck of a beautiful galley. A bright cerulean sea stretches out before you. You look down at a strange bronze device in your hands. It seems to reflect the constellations of the night sky, even though the sun shines brightly overhead. The oarsmen pull the ship through the water faster than you thought possible. You look down at the men in the benches, and they meet your gaze with dead eyes and skeletal faces, dozens of leering corpses, and then you are startled awake. And you find yourself awaking in the morning.
Have all the children run away?
No, they are all standing there listening to Lorius tell them great stories of times past and the mighty Dragonlords and and Kyra is sitting there watching over them. Eleftheria, as you awaken, there is a squirrel laying right next to you, pressed up as close against you as it can get.
Okay.
We're going to have to address this eventually, aren't we?
Yes, I believe so.
So, are
And
you
I-
okay with it while he is in squirrel form? Because you pushed him away earlier.
I don't, it's complicated. It's weird when it's another humanoid person, I guess. I'm already, and she stops.
So, Baxton, imagine you disguised yourself as like a bush, right? And then did some weird lecherous stuff as a bush. It would still be uncomfortable, but just in a different way than if you were doing weird and lecherous things as Baxton, the not bush. Do you
Sounds
see?
like
I do not understand your words.
sounds like you've been burning some bush.
Hey.
Dear God.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Da.
And I look to the side and I see the new book there. My book.
I took up Comprehend Languages if you want me to take a look at it.
So, Iffy,
No, not my boon book.
Oh, your boom book, not your skin
Right.
book. Okay.
Would you like to see the skin book?
If you don't mind.
And
so
I kind of hand
Iffy,
it over to her.
Mm-hmm.
can you tell us a little bit about the ring you were given in there?
This is my grandmother's ring.
How did
I
she
don't-
get it?
I have no idea how Demetria got it, but I do know that when I took it, I heard Tig's voice and voices of lots of people I know, like they were like just as if they were in the same room, you know. And Tig told me that I had to find a helm that's been lost to our group for a long time, and that there was some Amazonian woman that I would need to go to find it.
She
And
said
then she
the
was gone.
Amazonian queen.
The Amazonian queen. Yeah. And then she
And-
was gone.
Dave, do we have any knowledge of this Amazonian queen?
Yeah,
from
what I
tales?
Yeah, you guys know that the Amazons live in one of the islands of, I believe. I may be remembering wrong, but I believe they live in one of the islands in the Cerulean Sea.
Like where I grew
Yeah.
up? Or
Nowhere near you. You've never seen an Amazon.
Okay.
Would it be close to where I maybe grew up? Maybe I've seen a couple.
No, they are considered barbarians by the people of the mainlands.
Gotcha.
But she sounded like her. She didn't sound 28. She sounded how I remember her.
Frozen in time?
Odd.
Pretty much.
Maybe she is.
Perhaps. I wish she knew more about myself, I suppose.
Right. Yeah, they come from the island of Themis.
Themis.
Yep.
I see you, Wonder Woman. Okay, I see you.
Yep.
As in
Themyscira.
Themyscira? Yeah.
I see you. I see you. I wish she had more information for me, I guess, other than what's trying to fucking kill me.
I'm sorry.
She did not say she would kill you. She said she would try, right? There is hope.
I don't really have much to fight for, I guess.
There's always something to fight for. For our glory. For our fame. For each other.
She shakes her head.
We are in this together.
That's not what I fight for cats.
Your story isn't over yet. So no one else
have
gets to
many-
decide how it ends.
We have many pages in that book that she is writing in.
And she
To
gently starts playing with the bracelet around her wrist, and it's this kind of simple bracelet. It's made of like this twine, and it has seashells like made out of it, and she's just playing with it.
Hmm.
She's kind of staring blank.
Eleftheria, have you lost someone in your past?
Well, you already know about my parentage not being who my parentage, I suppose, since she said it. I need to find him.
Was there a fiance?
She spits. Bastard. He could have been my father. That fucking.
If he starts taking copious notes.
The tea's hot.
Wait,
No, it was not my fiance. The man I loved could never compare to him. It's so adorably distracting.
I know, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Oh god, you guys should see him. He's just a little orange ball of puffiness. Oh, he's so cute.
And she kind of tears start kind of rolling down her face. They ran him off, threatened to tear him to pieces, smash him against the rocks if he ever saw me again.
Your family?
She nods. I don't think I can even call them that anymore. My family is the coven I found. The people who made me, and she kind of opens up her hand and kind of holds an eldritch blast in her hand, who gave me this, and she lets it dissipate.
Do you have any idea where he might be?
She shakes her. He just told me one day he couldn't see me anymore, and he never. I had to find out from them that they frightened him away. I'll never forgive for taking the one thing I cared about away.
If he kind of pats Eleftheria on the back.
She kind of flinches a little bit, but leans into it.
Oh.
If
And then if he meows.
there is hope he is out there. And that your paths may meet again one day.
Have anybody ever heard the name of Ophelos?
Can I check and see in the book if in the Pars Memorias, if there's any mention of this person?
There's not.
Okay.
I have not heard of him.
Sorry, I don't have him in my notes.
Kind of looks aside. He's probably living a normal life.
Or maybe
he is looking for you.
Bit of a fool's dream.
sometimes it's good to let go of the things you love.
She glares at you.
If he goes, and sometimes it's worth fighting another day to get to them.
Love can be a great sacrifice.
If he is alive, if he wants me, he can have me. If he doesn't, that's okay too. I just want to know if, to my face, if he still desires me, despite it all.
Give me a perception check.
He comes out of the bushes.
He's disguised as a bush. It comes full circle.
He's actually a gnome
Is he
disguised
a
as a
gnome? I was
squirrel.
about to say.
Oh my god. Yes. Oh my god.
Natural 20.
So you hear, as you're relaying this story, just a whisper. You almost miss it with the blowing of the wind and on the trees. And you just hear, as Kyra is writing in her book, all these things that are transpiring, as if mumbling to herself, she says, "He does."
She looks at Kyra. What did you say?
She kind of appears startled, out of thought, and he says, "Oh, nothing, just recording the events."
No, you said he does. Do you know if he lives? Do you know if he's...
I am afraid I cannot influence your path. I only record what you do.
Her hands...
From one recorder to another, that's a bit bullshit.
Tell me, please. I need to know. I'll do anything. Please tell me if he's alive.
He does live. More I cannot tell you.
Ophir kind of back down. Tears are still kind of rolling down her face.
Mm-hmm.
We must finish what we set out to do.
And you can give me Eleutheria and anybody who is proficient in religion can give me a religion check.
I have a jack of all trades. Can I do it?
No.
Dang.
But you do have the Pars Memorias.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll let you make it.
Sweet.
Please. It's not that high an 8.
I will seek Valis' wisdom in this.
My God, somebody roll better than me. I'm actually crying, guys. I got too deep into character.
Oh man.
Where's my Oscar? Give me an Oscar.
All we have are these Golden Globes.
All
I hope
can
it'll
give
do.
you is an inspiration.
Oh my God, Jimmy, I was literally almost about to quote that, and then I was like,
no, no.
22.
Okay,
I was trying to get
so
it for you so you could use it.
and Telemachus, it then hits you that Versi was familiar with Kyra, and as was Demetria, and she seems to have knowledge like of where Eleftheria's fiance is and what he might think or do, and it just
Or my
strikes you that
fiance or my lover?
your lover.
Okay, that's better.
She just has information that normal mortal people would not know. And it strikes you that her name is Kyra, which is the exact same name as the goddess of music and poetry.
Are you a fucking goddess?
He says, "Don't be ridiculous."
You're a fucking goddess.
Of course she is. You didn't know that already?
Not metaphorically, like literally. She's a literal goddess.
I kind of look at the two of you confused.
Yeah. Why do you think? I mean, I didn't bless you any in her name because she was right there to do it herself.
You've known this entire time.
I mean, one has at least assumed. I mean, we came to this conclusion at the same time, it seems. Or maybe I've known it for longer. I don't know.
It feels like you're retconning.
What's this retconning you speak of?
It's a term scribes frequently use when you retroactively add knowledge to characters.
Well,
previously there.
I will I will say I have been looking at the gods a lot. The list of the gods. But yeah. My character my character is attempting to retcon, yes. Your insight check was a 20. He's trying to not look like a fool in front of the goddess, which he did not bless in the name of Kyra yet.
Right.
I that could have been could have been cool.
Sacrifices and everything have been in the name of Pythor.
Yeah, my sacrifice has been in the name of the Pythor, and then my blessings have gone from Pythor to Valis as well.
Right.
But yeah.
And with that is a good place for us to call it this week. Kat has to
go to work,
work, unfortunately.
Go to that grind.
Well, good luck at work.
Yeah.
I'll try. I'll certainly try.
Yeah. Thanks for all the viewers out there who joined us. Hope that you enjoyed tonight's drama.
Tears were shed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
As Thylea turns.
Oh, God.
But we will be doing Call from the Deep this Thursday at 6 Central. Hopefully this time it will not storm and my power will not go out. And so we'll get an actual good session in. Yeah, that happened. And we will be back with Odyssey next week. And hopefully I will make it on time to that one. And hopefully cat will not have the problems.
Yeah, accidents happen.
They do.
Yeah, at least everybody was safe. I hope
Yeah.
everybody was safe.
Yeah,
Everybody was okay.
well, here's hoping.
But so see all you viewers next week. Hope you'll join us again for our other 2 games. And everybody have a good week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Bye.
wash your hands.
Be careful out there. Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.